All right, hello everyone. So let's get started. Now I've already posted the trading hours ages ago, like a few hours, well, like around 6:30 a.m. It's around 10:30 now a.m. So we don't have much to do today because we've got news coming out. So until New York, there's really not much to do. Okay, and it's better to wait for that. There are two setup times. One before the news, it's going to be at 3:20, but this 1:45 to 2:15 zone should also give you a hint. Okay, and this is the pre-news at 3:20. If the market moves in a direction and then retraces into 4:15 to 4:35, or retraces to 5:40, then you can re-enter and target the 22.45. All right. Okay, so that's the explanation for them. Let's get smashing then. So this is gold. Now remember, with gold, guys, your swing days are, well, they were yesterday and today. All right. So yesterday I did say, well, all week I've been saying you can buy the lows here on the daily. If you take a look at your daily chart, the PST levels were okay to do that, and that is basically, let's take a look. While that's changing to the next chart, I'll also put this up as a reminder. Remember, this is the 3:30 in the evening. This is 3:30 late afternoon my time, right? So 3:20 is your setup hour. So that's like an important hour, like I said, for you to set up. The other day, also yesterday, I gave you the setup hours for Wednesday as well, so it was all good. Now then, all right, so that's just giving me a bit more grief. So we'll change platforms. Now remember, this week I said up, move, sideways market. Buying the lows here is okay. I also marked a few levels, as you know. Another one was here, okay, and the other one was there. All right, so but we did say this is the first level, and here I don't mind buying, and it's all good, and that's exactly what's been happening. All right, so that was Wednesday. Wednesday I said was going to be a bit of a volatile day, so it went up and down. Well, actually down and up, okay, and then I did say we could end up here, and that goodbye kiss might have changed. Let's see if we can now take a look at this. Okay, here we are. So this is the gold. All right, daily chart. So on this as well, now what? Now you can see we're on a resistance here. Okay, and the important thing right now is to make sure today, 6th of September, check out that PST level at 62, which is 2,525. That level, if you take a look at yesterday, I did mark that in. Okay, so here, all right, that's 25 today. Okay, let me just do that. In fact, I'm going to do something better. I'm going to get rid of this and this because they're done pretty much. Why? Because the PST level changed. The only thing I've got now is the weekly, right? So on the weekly chart, oh come on. All right, on the weekly here, this is where we're at, right? 73, 2536. All right, so that's still a target for us, 2536. So we can put that on the radar. All right, it's pretty much there. Okay, so if I just do this, that should be fine. So on the daily, the market's still pushing upwards, but we are at resistance here. So I wouldn't do anything crazy like buying here. Okay, obviously, because that's your resistance zone. What you can do is this though. Okay, this is like for gold, it's a nice cycle, so I don't mind seeing this going up, okay, at all. So Friday the 6th of September, we've got 10 past 8. What's that level? That's 5 o'clock, and fine, so that's not it. 9:30. Okay, fair enough. That's 9:25. So 9:30. Then we've got the market should move into 10 past 11, okay? But you don't want to do anything, okay? You don't really want to do anything, okay, until the market comes to at least 145. So with gold, okay, two things can happen. That's either going to act as a resistance, okay? This zone is going to act as a resistance and going to push down, in which case coming back down into here is okay, or back to the low of the week is also okay. All right, so this is there. That's one level. If we go down, this is going to be another level. Okay, and that's going to depend on the news. Okay, so because we're on the daily, it's a sideways market here, but the overall trend is up. So when it comes down, we want to be buyers. The other thing is this: if the market goes above the 62, which is 2523, 2523 here, which it's done already, I think. 2521, 2522, it's done. So we're about $1 short. 2523 is there. Okay, so it probably needs to go there. Now if it breaks up and sticks around here, I think we've got room to go up. If you want to buy, then your first spot, second spot, filling in the gaps, and if it does a fast move, there's a gap fill here, so you really have to keep these checked in. Now because there are 4 levels for us, it's not a big deal at all. The reason it's not a big deal is because we've got time on our sides, okay? But you see there are gaps here, so the market can also just dip all the way back down here. That'll be a 1, 2, 3, 4, and we buy again if it does that. Let's take a look at the euro dollar. Now with the euro dollar as well, remember Wednesday was a swing day, all right? And today is also a swing day, so I've got Wednesday. Now I've got Friday, all right? Now with Friday, we might see the market going up a little bit more. 65 is there, 1183, which is going to be, let me just turn this into a 15-minute, 1183. I'm going to put 47 here because this is where the gap closes, all right? And 83 is there. Okay, 83 is there, just slight number there, okay. And 83 is there. All right, so if I just get rid of this and this, we'll be fine. All right, so that's that. If the market does keep pushing up, as you can see, we should break above that. If it comes back down, HCL1 1085, 1085 and 47, 1043. Well, that's pretty much right in the middle, isn't it? 1085 or 83, I think it was. Right, let's just get it right. 1085, 1043. 1085, 1043 is going to be here. All right, they both make sense. All right, to the upside, to the downside. What you want to do before the news, you can do your setup. There's a bit of a gap here. If the market comes down suddenly to close the gap and then go up, it's, you know, it's doable. All right, so you can play that card as well. At the end of the day, this is going up, and this could turn into a nice little runner going up in that direction. On the weekly, as you can see, that's a good buy, kiss pushing up, okay? And on the monthly, looks like we might go for a retest, and that is LCL 1225. It's a bit out there because it is the monthly. We'll cross that bridge if we start to push up and see how things pan out. There's a bit of a gap here, so this 1085 is good because it closes the gap and so on. And there's a bit of a gap here, so dipping down here to push up is also okay. If it does do so, that's the gap there. You want to keep this in check. And the gap is from there to that bar. Okay. Let's take a look at SP 500. Let's see, this is the daily. Now remember I said we've got room to go down here. Thursday and Friday were swing days for this, and also Monday was, as you know. Monday, that's the high pretty much. Market just tumbling down. I said we've got room to come down to. So if you're still short, you're doing well, because yesterday I also said I wouldn't go long, okay, because today we've got news coming out, obviously, and this is, I think this is going to be like a setup for a good correction starting maybe October and going into February, okay, pretty much after the elections, I guess, okay. But you can see that target is done. We can remove this now, it's not a problem. We said we would come back into here. Now we've got gap here, and this is a zone we've marked in, okay. So as you can see, this is now also a sideways kind of motion. 1, 2, 3, okay. So if we dip down, go up, we should sell again to push down into here, which should bring us to sweep the low here, okay, and that should be pretty much this wick there, okay, and that's it. Yeah, slightly under the line because it should sweep, all right, and that's how it is. So wait for the news, obviously, all right. So this thing can pretty much go further down. If it does go up next week, we'll also be looking for a sell setup, not a problem. Also, if you learn technical analysis from me, if you're trading this as well, selling it at swing hours when the market pushed up, you should have been all good, okay. Today is Friday the 6th. This is 5:30. I think we had 5:20. I said we'd have a move into 5:20. That's your 5:20, and then the market should move into 7:10, and this is your 7:10. All right, 7:15. That's your 10 past 7 there. All right, so getting your hours right and trading at the hours is like the way to go. So this is still bearish, as you can see. Market selling off. So if the market goes up, do your setup. If the market falls quickly down, like I said, you could use the other hours to retrace sell-off even further, okay, if that's the way we should be going. Now on the daily we've done them. On the weekly, let's see where we're at. I'm going to get rid of this, not that, but this, okay. So we still have room to come down to 5,350, and like I said, pretty much into this zone. So 41, 5,126. Because this is the weekly, we'll probably wave down into that, but this is nice to play into. Let's take a look at Dow Jones. Dow Jones, same kind of thing. Okay, remember we're doing the same thing with the indices, understanding where to get in. That's your 430, 520 is there. Okay, so market falling into 10 past 7 is there. Okay, and that's it. So it's also targets are done, as you can see. So pushing into these levels, the market has been doing, that's fine. Selling into those levels, as you can see. So once you've got the PST, it's fine. Obviously, we're targeting this zone, as you can see. So the market will want to see the market come down. So we should have like a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, or a 5 wave down into here. And going into that mid zone should probably be a 3 wave. So we should have a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, or 4, 5, 6, 7 down. Okay, so we'll see how that pans out. And we talked about this, remember, so I can now get rid of this because the gap's being filled. Okay, and the market is pushing down. Remember also Monday was the swing day, pushing it nice and easy into Friday. So more room to come down, I guess so, and that's how we want to be doing it. So any push up should give us an opportunity to sell off. Okay, might come up into this zone, or like I said, even the daily pivot up here is good. If you want to push it down on the daily, these targets are pretty much done. Okay, so what should we aim for if you want to push it down? These are going to be too far out. Let's check out the monthly. Oh, this is a beautiful breakdown as well. So just pushing it all month down might definitely be the way to go, I think. So wait for the news, okay? Because the news might cause, because Friday's a swing day, right? The news might call a retracement up. If it causes a retracement up, selling back down is going to be next week. All right, so just be mindful on that one. Let's take a look at NASDAQ. It should all be the same for us. Not a problem. All right, here we are, nice and easy. Let's get rid of these. Okay, now yesterday as well, what do we have? 150. Oh, we had 150, 145. That's your 150. Did I get the date? Hours wrong. So yesterday was the 5th, right? 5th. So we had 10 past 7, which was there. Okay, so this is your 10 past 7 bar here. 520. Why didn't we have a 520? Weird. Alright, so and then 426. That's your 426. That should have been your setup for yesterday. Okay. 426. This should have been your setup for yesterday. I wonder why that wasn't in there. Alright, so it looks like I might have missed that 426. Never mind. We can't win them all. In any case, with the indices, this is the zone, remember? So I said we should be pushing down. Now NASDAQ is a bit more clear for us. So we've got 3330. So we've got clear targets there. 33, 18,500. Okay, 18,500, 18,295. So we can definitely mark them in. 18,500. 255 around there. So we've got more room to come down. It's nice to see it going and breaking below the low of yesterday. So this is bearish. If we go up into a swing hour, you might want to set up for a downwards move, and this is it. So the market also touching this is logical, but looks like, judging from the PST, at least on the daily, it might break. So let's check the weekly. Maybe we hit a weekly target. No, we haven't. About a monthly. No, we haven't. So we still got room to come down on this one. Okay, the daily, at least we can follow through. Yesterday also, if you're using PST, you know where you can sell. Okay, just nice and easy on these PST levels at the right time, pushing it down. Okay, and that's pretty much it. So if we go back up again into this zone, previous day high, or slightly lower, there is a bit of a gap here, which I think they've closed, maybe not. So we might just do a spike up and then sell off, but this is bearish. So the pre-news setup or the after retracement, depending on where it is, you can sell further down, I think. Okay, but just be mindful, it's a swing day, so they might, hit a place and look for a buy, and we are in the demand bar, right? You see where this is the last thing before we have a big breakout going up. Okay, and this is an A, B, C. All right, so be mindful. Let's take a look at Bitcoin. Now with Bitcoin, as you know, I'm kind of like, short into the 50s. So little by little, inch by inch, we should be like dropping down, and I think this is what's really happening. Okay, so which is fine, and this is a zone we said we should enter, but ultimately we're looking to come into the 50,000 zone. All right, remember, This is the zone here. So if you want to mark it in, I've marked this in ages ago. So this is a zone where we want to be heading into, and judging from the PST, we might go into that 49,600, cleaning the stops, the gaps, and coming into this manipulation here, which I don't mind seeing coming in all the way down there, simply because pretty much we're going to enter a recession soon, so we should have a correction on indices, and this will probably cause the same as well. So as far as I'm concerned, if it pulls up, selling further down, I think is legitimate. If you're a day trader trading this, obviously, just wait for the market to come up, maybe to the daily pivot or slightly higher into this zone of yesterday to kind of like close the gap and then sell off. But it's bearish, okay? And I've been saying it so since this downfall here, and I did say, why? Because we had an impulse wave, A, B, C. So I've been like promoting selling from the highs all the time, and we should push into there. So if you kept following it, fine. I also showed you guys the other day that this is just pretty much the flag formation breaking down. Okay, so oops. So basically it's just breaking down. Okay, so if we go up into anywhere for a good buy kiss as well, you can push it down. I don't think it's I think it should be more of a sell game now into these levels. Okay, if it goes up to close gaps, just use these levels for selling. That's a sell zone. This is a sell zone. Okay.